Hey, what's up, world? This is your Saturday morning wake-up call, special Sunday edition. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Hey, what y'all been up to? Hey, it's been a great week. It's going to be a great next week, and it's going to be a great day. Listen, I decided to do this special Sunday edition because me and my wife, we have two children that are going to receive their first communion this morning. So I decided, as we talk about goals and we talk about inspiration, that this week it would be good to do this on a Sunday morning. You know, let's try to do this one time. Hey, what's up, world? This is your Saturday morning wake-up call, special Sunday edition. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Man, how you been doing this week? It's been a great week. It's been going to be a great next week. And it's going to be a great day today. I decided to do this Sunday this week because my wife and I, we have two of our children that's receiving their first communion today. And I thought, with that being the case, that what we're talking about today, this would be the best time. You know, we talk about accomplishing our goals, being successful in our lives. But I forgot about the biggest goal, the biggest priority. And that if you have children, mom or dad, whichever one you are, your number one goal should be giving your children the tools to be successful children so they can be successful adults. That should be your number one goal in everything. Because once you create and once you have children, their success is your success. They depend on you. I'm not some grandparent, some grand spectacle of a dad. But the 5 principles that we talk about today that we have got to instill in our children to have a brighter future is what I really believe will set them up for success. So what I'm going to talk about today is the grind concept. And you know, you hear that word grind. I'm grinding. We're going to grind today. You know, you hear people talk about that all the time. But what I'm going to give to you is if you can make sure that these 5 concepts are instilled in your children, they will be successful when they become adults. And this is the grind concept. Number 1, God first. Because if God is with us, who can be against us? No one. It's God first. Without God, you can't accomplish anything. So, that's the number 1 thing that we have to instill in our kids is no matter what, choose God. Number 2, resiliency. If we can ensure resiliency is in our children, they can be successful. If they can learn how to recover quickly from a setback, they will be successful. You know, we try to hide our children from butt chewings. We try to push them away from it. We try to take the blunt. But do you know what? Some of the greatest coaches have gave butt chewings. Everybody from Bill Parcells to Phil Jackson to Tom Landry to Jimmy Johnson to Bill Belichick to Nick Saban. They have all, you have seen them. If you watch any game they've coached, they've given a butt chewing. All those guys are successful because they were resilient, they bounced back. And they took their butt chewing and went on. So if we can instill resiliency in our children, they will be successful. Third thing, integrity. Integrity is the key to all things. Because that's really, if you take away all your skills, if you take away everything you're good at, if you have integrity, you've already succeeded. If you have to choose between integrity and convenience, and you choose integrity, that is already being successful. Because when you do the right thing, when no one else is looking, that is being successful in itself. And if we can instill that in our children, they're already halfway there. Number 4, nothing is impossible. You know, I hear children and kids say too much these days, I can't do that. I can't believe this. I can't believe that. I can't do this. I can't do... No. When we can turn that I can't into an I can, then they'll be successful. You know, whenever we can't do anything these days, we make excuses. We have to stop making excuses and grind through whatever's in our way and make it. Because no matter what, you're going to make it. Okay? Your mind is going to tell you to give up before your body will. So no matter what, push through. Because nothing is impossible. The 5th and final concept. Don't forget where you came from. Well, one reason is don't forget where you came from because you could end up there again one day. Another thing is we want to teach our children, no matter where they are right now, once they become successful, don't forget they were the one that was trying to grind one day. They were the one that was trying to get to the top. So once they get to the top, they know how to treat everybody at the bottom. I teach my kids, you treat the janitor the same way you treat the CEO. You greet them both with the same greeting. You treat everybody good. You treat everybody the same. Because no one is better than another. I said this earlier. You know, I'm not some grandparent or some great dad. I try to be the best I can. But I believe if we instill the grind concept, God first, resiliency, integrity, nothing is impossible, and don't forget where you came from. If we instill that in our children, then they'll be successful. I challenge you this week, like I have challenged you every week. This week, try that. Look into your life, look at your children, and see if you've instilled those concepts into them. I challenge you this week to take one, start with one, and work on it with them. Nobody's perfect. I'm going to do this myself. We have to stop being just Facebook parents and social media parents. And we have to get back to giving the best we can to our kids. They deserve it. The people that they'll interact with in their life, They deserve it. Come on, y'all. Find one thing and go after it with your children this week. That's what I ask of you. Hey, never stop working, never stop grinding, never stop going after your goals. But remember that number one goal. You're making your children successful. That is the number one goal. Hey, I'll see y'all again next week, because this is your Saturday morning wake up call. Wake up, wake up, wake up. See you next week.